To start, all you really need is a pull-up bar. Outdoor gyms like this are fantastic, but you may also be able to use a CrossFit gym, a normal gym, or even a pull-up bar at your home. If you're a true beginner, I recommend having some bands to help with pull-ups and potentially a box or a bar to help with push-ups. If you're more advanced, get a weighted vest. I really recommend one with pockets where you can add or remove weights. On top of this, have some water, and as an extra bonus, it's good to have some liquid chalk for your hands, and ideally some actual real chalk for counting reps. And of course, finger shoes are 100% optional. A MURPH is a 1 mile run, 100 pull-ups, 200 push-ups, 300 squats, followed by a 1 mile run. In this video, I'm going to cover 5 types of MURPHs. 1, the scaled MURPH, 2, a standard MURPH, 3, the RX MURPH, 4, the true MURPH, best for experts, and 5, MURPH variations. I did my very first MURPH in 2021 when I looked more like this. It was extremely hard. I had to use the bands to do the pull-ups and I had to use a box to do the push-ups. By 2022 I did my first normal MURPH, and here's me at the finish. My camera died, but did it. Fucking did it. God. Whew. By 2024 I did my first MURPH with a 20-pound vest. As of this video, I've completed over 40 MURPHs. In short, I hate myself. So if you hate yourself as well, keep on watching. All MURPHs start the same way. You start from the pull-up bar with a 1 mile run, which is basically 1.6 kilometers. Now, if you're struggling to measure how far that is, what I recommend is either using a fitness watch, or you can also just use Google Maps. So pick your pinpoint where your pull-up bar is, select half a mile away, then just run to that point and back, and that's your 1 mile run. Once you're back at the pull-up bar, I recommend splitting your workout into 20 sets of 5 pull-ups, 10 push-ups, and 15 squats. This is totally acceptable for all versions of the MURPH except for a true MURPH, which we'll talk about later. If you prefer to split it in a different way, you can. Just do what works for you and get some workout done. If you're a beginner, I recommend you a scaled MURPH. This is where you use the bands and the box to help you with the pull-ups and push-ups. If you're more advanced, do a normal MURPH without a vest. If you're advanced, do a MURPH with a vest, which is an RX MURPH. And if you're absolutely hardcore, then you can do the true MURPH, which is basically the MURPH with a 20-pound vest and no split of the sets. So you have to do the 100 pull-ups all in one sitting, and then same with the push-ups and the squats. If you're wondering why I'm doing all this, it's because I'm passionate about men getting into self-improvement. I really believe if more men were in self-improvement, we'd have a safer world, there'd be less wars, be less pollution, everyone would be happier. So if that's a topic that might interest you, please like, subscribe, and we can help each other make the world a slightly better place. My recommendation is start with a scaled MURPH. If it gets too easy, do the normal MURPH, and it's too easy, start with the vest. Add small weighted vests to begin with, maybe 6 pounds, and build your way up to 20-pound vests. If you're getting a bit bored of MURPHs, what you can do is add some variations. One variation me and my friends often do is we add 200 sit-ups into the mix. So it's basically harder than a MURPH. On top of this, if you're really feeling brutal, you can add in burpees, and if you're really crazy, you can switch to pull-ups for muscle-ups. In terms of some tips and tricks, first of all, you can do kipping pull-ups. So here's an example of kipping pull-up. And if you like, you can do the butterfly pull-up, which is the CrossFit variation. You can argue in the comments if you think these count or not. A second bit of advice I give is to try to do a MURPH with a friend. It's a very difficult thing to do alone. It's great to show how strong you are mentally, but it's so much more fun and enriching to do it with other people. So do it with your local CrossFit club, or just find some friends who are just as crazy as you are and just challenge them to do a MURPH with you. It's a great way of bonding, and you'll be surprised a lot of guys and women will be up for doing it. A second tip I give is a lot of it is in the mind. I had a big mental block for a long time. I just thought I couldn't possibly do it with a vest. It seemed impossible, and this is just largely due to my limiting beliefs. You realize over time, if you keep on pushing yourself, you keep on proving your brain wrong, that you get better and better. So if you can improve your mental health in this journey of doing a MURPH, meditating, journaling, things like this, it will seriously help you, because you have no idea how much you have in the tank. Your body's way more capable than you think. The problem is that we are conditioned by society to be weak. Fighting through that will be enriching and will help you in your athletic studies. In terms of how often you should do a MURPH, I recommend probably not doing it more than once a week. If you're younger, you may be okay, but keep in mind that a MURPH is incredibly taxing on the joints. Therefore, it's sometimes got a very long recovery time. In my case, it sometimes takes 4 to 5 days to not be sore after doing a MURPH. So they're cool, they're very challenging. I think they're fantastic for your mental health, but they're maybe not the greatest tool for hypertrophy, and I would do them sparingly. Once a month would be a good idea to keep you sharp, to keep you trained, but doing it more, probably not actually a good idea. But if any of you want to put that to the test, do one every day, let me know. And I really hope this video has been of value to you. Once again, if you're interested in self-improvement, making men's life better, subscribe, comment, like. Ciao.